Who's the most unique person you know? The person who isn't afraid to stand out, be different, and stay true to themselves. To me, that person is my dad. A few years ago, he moved up to the Midlands to a house beside the railway tracks to live amongst old cars, antiques and clocks, and to generally lead a simpler life away from the stresses of the modern world. So on a sunny Saturday, we took a trip up with my two sisters to go visit him.
We're going on a road trip!
Growing up, my dad would always stand out from the crowd. Back then, you'd have recognised him by his shaved head, tight zebra jeans, and playing punk music with his brothers. My dad has always encouraged my sisters and I not to be afraid of different. He taught us to always do what makes us happy, despite the pressures we would face to fit in. If you had to describe Dad in 3 words, how would you describe him?
Creative.
Yep.
Eccentric.
Yep.
And very loving.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Definitely eccentric,
Yeah.
creative and kind.
Well, same as me then. Cheated.
Beside the railway, we follow a small footpath to find his place. Like Dad, the house is certainly unique.
What's that thing on the...
That is a totem on a railway line on the top of a signal box where the pointy thing, that bolts it to that.
Okay.
So you know when you get a tram and it goes to the end of the line,
Yeah.
they change it round the other way,
Oh.
you go backwards the other way. And I have it here because in the morning you sit there and the sun's that way.
Yeah.
In the evening, the last bit of sun goes down there, so I sit there and the sun goes down there.
Hey. Where was that one, Dad? That one from?
That one I bought that's 1951, and that's a Rayburn,
Oh yeah.
which is like, it heats the whole house. You can have 3 radiators from it. That's in the winter, that's your hob.
Okay.
And that's put your coal in there and the wood and rubbish and burn it all. That's your oven.
Growing up, the garage would be filled with old, rusty cars that my dad would do up, sell, or just add to the collection.
Just in case you need an emergency cup of tea. Bike with a kettle on the handlebars.
We head out to go and see my old car, Bumblebee, who's currently in storage and awaiting repair.
So what needs doing to him?
New master cylinder. I was going to change the engine, but I think I'll just service it.
He looks alright, doesn't he? Just a little bit rusty. You reckon he'll be back on the road?
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah.
What's the plan?
Well, I think Dad's looking after him up here for a little bit.
Yeah, and then we can amend it and get it back on the road.
And then hopefully get it back on the road. I miss driving it. He's the second most important boy in my life. Third. I've had it for like, I don't know, probably like 10 or 11 years now. We've seen better days. But hopefully it won't be too long till he's back on the road. Like, growing up, we always had them. And my mum always had them, and we should fit like a few of us in there and then someone in the back as well. My dad would give us bits of engine and stuff to clean. So there's like pictures of me and Paula like with the bucket, and we're like cleaning hubcaps and like bits of engine just so we could sell them at this show. So it was always like such a massive part of us growing up. Just a big part of our childhood. I don't know. Brings me a lot of happiness.
When I think of you, I do think of this car.
And I think,
But I would also say that a big part of growing up is having lots of dumped cars.
oh yeah, definitely.
So I wouldn't say that this is unusual.
No.
This is almost business
I mean, this
as
is
usual.
just one of like 4 or 5, maybe even 6, so there's another one here. This one's called Riley. And this was the one that my sister would drive, because it's RY, so we called it Riley. And this one's a convertible one.
Beetle.
Yeah, Beetle, left-hand drive. My dad's got another one, which he bought when he was 17, and that's still like in hibernation. So that's what that means as well. Because I miss Bumblebee.
So you can kind of like carry it with you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big part. It's a big part of growing up. Bye, Bimbler. See you soon.
Is that after Bumblebee?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's me. Remember gave that to... Oh, that's Riley.
Oh, is that the one we saw
advert,
earlier?
Yeah, so that's the one.
Wow.
1971.
And why is being unique inspiring to me? Because being unique is hard. In a world where you're supposed to fit into a puzzle or a category, the pressures to dress, act, and be a certain way is often overwhelming. Finding your peace with being who you are is key to finding happiness. So that's my dad, the most unique and inspiring person I know. I hope you too find your place by the railway, your room full of clocks, your motorbike in the kitchen, your place to be happy.